Hey, welcome back to the Competitive Intelligence Alliance YouTube channel. In this video, we'll share 7 sources of competitive intelligence that will teach you more about your competitors, their strategies, and how you can stay one step ahead. Method number 1, help and support documentation. Product documentation written for existing customers tends to be both readily available and free from marketing jargon. After all, its purpose isn't to sell the product, it's to help users understand it and how best to use it. This makes product documentation perfect for understanding more about your competitors' products and how they work. For software products, changelogs are an excellent addition to this list. They'll tell you exactly what has changed since the previous version, and changelogs for consecutive versions can give you clues about what your competitor is prioritizing and the direction they're taking the product in. Detailed manuals, how-to guides, and FAQs also fall under this category. All are usually available from your competitor's website. Method number 2, customer research. Customer research methods, including win-loss interviews, help you understand what your customers and prospects like and dislike about both your own and your competitors' products. You can ask lost prospects what made them choose your competitor over you, even about your competitors' pricing models, strong or weak product features, and developing visions for particular products. Of course, qualitative data is made up of opinions, so understand that customer research data is often prone to bias. It's often difficult to survey large samples of people, and you have to remain aware that those with more polarizing experiences are more likely to share their opinions in the first place. Customer research might be valuable, but to control for bias, it's best to routinely gather this data and start to take an interest when you begin hearing the same thing from multiple sources. Method number 3, competitor announcements. While there are some things your competitors won't share actively, they will be making announcements from time to time. Ideally, you'll learn about these things through other methods before a competitor makes them explicitly public, but catching a competitor announcement does have multiple benefits. First, it serves as a last line of defense to make sure you capture everything a competitor is doing, at the very least no later than everyone else learns about it. Second, if you're already aware of it, it gives you more information to know when a competitor is making certain information public. Businesses might make announcements via their website, press releases, they might get mentioned in the media, they might make announcements at speaking engagements or at industry events. You can use tools to automate part of the discovery process. Google Alerts is one example of a simple, free tool that you can use to monitor the internet for mentions of a particular competitor or a particular product. Method number 4, competitive SEO analysis. If your business has a content strategy, you probably have access to a powerful paid SEO tool. These tools can tell you a lot about your competitor website's keyword rankings and backlink profile. They'll invest in producing more and better content around this topic. Changes in a competitor's keyword or content strategies can tell you about sudden shifts in priorities too. We've got a dedicated video on how to perform an SEO competitive analysis, so click the card that's on the screen right now to learn more about that process. Method number 5, social media. Social media isn't just another platform for catching competitor announcements. It's also an open forum where members of your target audience will share their opinions about your competitors. You can therefore use social media as much for customer research as you can for competitor research, looking for mentions of competitors and seeing what users and members of the public are saying about them. This can help you gauge sentiment towards particular competitors, as well as possible opportunities for you to exploit like weak product features. Method number 6, field intelligence. Your colleagues in other teams are great sources of intel, particularly those in customer-facing teams. Your sales and customer success reps have to combat and fend off threats from competitors every single day. Those competitors will come up in conversation, and reps can learn valuable information, often referred to as field intelligence. As the CI Pro, it's your job to make sure reps are capturing field intelligence if they aren't already, and that you're making use of it. Thankfully, as these teams are measured on churn rate and number of won deals, they have strong incentives to track and use this data as it comes in. Your CRM is just one of the places this information can be stored, but filling out additional fields for you isn't necessarily something they'll have to do after each and every call. Meet with reps at regular intervals to discuss any CRM entries or notes that caught your eye since the last time you spoke. Listen to call recordings of these conversations too for even more information and context. Method number 7, other internal teams. It's not just sales and customer success who can help you with CI work. They'll have unique perspectives on which competitors you should be paying attention to and which aren't worth your time. Members of leadership are also usually well connected and might learn information about a competitor before you can. It will also be rare that your product and marketing teams won't have useful information that they can also share with you. Set up a low-effort way for anyone in your organization to share competitive information with you, like a dedicated channel for Intel in Slack or Microsoft Teams. You'll cast a much wider net than you ever could alone, and you'll be making the best use of the work that others are already doing to stay ahead of the competition. Did we miss your favorite method? Let us know your favorite ways of gathering competitive intelligence in the comments below. If you've got any questions or if there are any topics you'd like to see us cover in the future, let us know those too, and consider subscribing for more competitive intelligence content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.